So for this camp, in any given day, Ryan wakes up and he runs like Forrest Gump. And he doesn't have to, but he does.
How you feel?
Amazing.
He said 7 punches not gonna do it. I said, if you didn't put in the contract that I can't throw more than 7 punches, then I'd throw more than that.
Because Ryan is an elite fighter, he's a knockout artist, among the best fighters in the world today. They want to take every step to try to control the amount of strength he's gonna have the next.
Ryan, just 2 days, right?
Yeah. Just like one day he like forgot his tampon, he just started bleeding all over the place. So yeah. 52 years, bro. And it's in the hood, bro. It hasn't closed down yet. You wanna know why? Because this place more expensive. Ryan's fast as shit. Ain't nobody gonna say Ryan's not one of the fastest fighters. And I look way faster at 47, way more explosive, way more durable.
Ryan Garcia is pushing himself hard in camp, staying disciplined and focused as fight night gets closer. With Rolly Romero working alongside him in training, the intensity has clearly increased. The extra rounds and competitive atmosphere are helping sharpen his timing, boost his speed, and strengthen his mindset as he prepares for Mario Barrios.
Hey, go forward now. Yeah. Ahí, ándale, rico, arriba, abajo y arriba. Arriba, abajo, eso. Adelante y atrás. Échale, hijo, 5 minutes here. A ver, and 1 and... One.
Ryan Garcia is dialing in on speed and power throughout his training camp. Day after day, he's putting in non-stop work, refining his timing, sharpening his combinations, and pushing his conditioning to the limit. The focus is simple: get faster, hit harder, and step into the ring fully prepared.
Una, dos, tres. Y luego 4 y 5. Las cosas de la 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y aquí. Sí, bueno, ya. 3, 4, 5. After. 3, 4, 5.
Rolly Romero has stepped into camp alongside Ryan Garcia, raising the intensity with every session. The competitive energy between them is pushing the pace, helping fine-tune speed, sharpen power, and strengthen focus through relentless daily work. Ryan Garcia has been stressing how important it is to have the right people around him in camp. By surrounding himself with positive, experienced voices, he stays motivated, disciplined, and mentally locked in. For Garcia, the right environment isn't just support. It's a key part of staying focused and performing at his best.
If he's tired or feeling down that day, we're picking each other up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We feel so good. We're in this together.
We're like the same person, different hair color.
It's just good to have like-minded people that are ready to take advantage of the opportunities, and we're not gonna let it slip. We're all building our own legacy, and when we get in the ring, you guys are gonna see something special.
Rolando Romero and Ryan Garcia have shared rounds in the past, but now they're channeling that experience into productive training. With mutual respect, they're pushing each other every day, sharpening skills, exchanging knowledge, and helping one another grow inside the gym.
Like that.
Mario Barrios stays confident heading into the matchup, highlighting his experience and longer time in the ring. He believes these advantages give him the edge over Ryan Garcia and could play a decisive role once they face off.
The advantages I have coming to this fight is just overall just like everything. You know, my experience, you know, who I've been in the ring with, who I faced. I think, you know, the boxing IQ, I think I have that on my side. You know, heart. I think, yeah.
He does have experience, more experience.
Max Kellerman and Robert Garcia gave their candid take on the Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios matchup, focusing more on Garcia's training setup than his raw talent. They noted that Garcia is currently working with his father instead of top-tier coaches like Eddie Reynoso, Derek James, or Joe Goosen. Robert Garcia acknowledged that Ryan's father built a strong amateur foundation, but questioned why he cycled through several elite trainers before returning home, suggesting potential issues with camp structure and authority.
Dad, which I'm not saying the dad is not, the dad brought him through the amateurs, but when he left his dad or went to seek a different trainer, before he came back to his dad, he went through 3 different trainers. Wow. That means all 3 are not good enough to, they're all 3 are the best in the world.
Here's the question. Did Ryan Garcia ever allow those trainers to be the boss?
That's why he's back with his dad, because he's the boss. That's why.
Yeah.
Look, Joe Goosen, I know Joe Goosen. My brother used to train with him. He's not gonna just let you get away with stuff like that. Derek James shouldn't either. Eddie Reynoso doesn't need. He's made so much money with Canelo that if you want to come to me, it's gonna be under my rules. Mm-hmm. And if that didn't work, then Ryan's back. So that's I keep that big.
Max Kellerman raised a key point about discipline, questioning whether Garcia fully trusted his top trainers to take control. Elite coaches like Eddie Reynoso or Derek James demand structure, accountability, and consistency. Fighters can't pick and choose what they do each day. Robert Garcia added that coaches who train champions won't compromise their standards, and if a fighter resists that leadership, progress can stall. Both analysts suggested this lack of stability could give Mario Barrios an edge, since he's known for steady preparation, size, and ring experience. In this case, camp structure could play a decisive role in the fight.
Barrios to even pull that off.
See, that's the thing about boxing, and Big Baby Miller pointed it out, because there's no structure. And hopefully that'll happen with Zuffa Boxing, and I am a part of Zuffa Boxing, full disclosure. The first fight coming up on the 23rd.
Oh, congrats, Max.
Congrats, but you need some kind of.
On that card,
there you go. Good. You need some kind of. Right? Well, the undercard has not been announced yet, but yeah, we could talk about what he's names,
but yeah.
But we need some kind of structure. In the NFL, the guy has to sit there for the media interview. He shows up on time. Yep. He's got to do it. Yep. And to give you an NFL analogy, think about the Broncos, right? When they had Russell Wilson over there and he had his own office and everything. And it was nothing, it was dysfunctional. Then they hired Sean Payton as a coach. That's like going to train with Goosen or going to train with a world-class trainer, right? And you knew as soon as Sean Payton got there, no one's going to have their own office. And you turn around a couple years later.
Boxing analyst Wade Clemens shared a thoughtful take on the upcoming Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios matchup. He posed the classic question: does a coach make the fighter, or does the fighter make the coach? Clemens highlighted Joe Goosen's reputation as a top trainer now guiding Barrios, and wondered if the veteran could offer insights or techniques that Barrios hadn't gained from Bob Santos. He also noted the intrigue in Garcia's confidence, suggesting that Ryan seems to believe he already understands what Barrios and his team are planning inside the ring.
Interesting answer. I always wonder who makes a fighter, right? Especially in boxing, combat sports. Is it a coach that makes the fighter or the fighter that makes the coach? Now, Joe Goosen has a track record of being a high-level boxing coach. We know that. But do coaches change for fighters, or do they implement what they know to fighters and fighters change for coaches? Because this will be the crux of what happens here. Can Joe Goosen, not to call Mario Barrios old, but can he teach an old dog new tricks? Can he give him something that Bob Santos hasn't? Sure. Can he give him more info about what Ryan likes to do? Absolutely. But will it be enough to prepare him for what Ryan knows that Joe knows? And how Joe trains fighters, and how Joe runs a camp, and how rigid he might be. And even that last part, Ryan's talking about information leaking maybe from Joe, or that Joe was leaking information about Barrios, or about, I'm not sure who he was talking about Ryan or about Barrios, but Ryan again.
He even touched on Garcia's claims of having insight into Mario Barrios' training, though it's unclear how much that knowledge really matters. Ultimately, Wade Clemens stressed that this fight isn't just about skill inside the ring. It's also about the coach-fighter relationship. Can Joe Goosen provide Barrios with fresh strategies? Or will Garcia's familiarity with Goosen's style give him the upper hand? The analysis highlights how preparation, experience, and coaching dynamics could play a crucial role when these two finally face off.
The chaos in the corner, or not maybe chaos, but the kind of misdirection in the corner of the Manny Pacquiao fight, where Bob Santos is saying one thing and other cornermen are saying, that are, a part of Mario's kind of OG team, are saying another. I think it's pretty well known that I would assume well known that Mario Barrios' dad used to train him, and I don't know if he was in the corner or it was somebody else, but there was a miscommunication, it seemed like, from even the people in the corner around the strategy of the Barrios fight for what they wanted to do against Manny Pacquiao. And let's just say I heard from sources there were a lot of frustrations that came out of that fight with how Barrios went into that fight, how he performed in that fight, and how directions were listened to from either one side or the other. It felt like it was a bit of a confusing thing. So when you have that kind of a situation, you feel like you need to make a move. One person's going to get left out in the dust, and it's probably not someone that's either one,
Robert Garcia spoke confidently about Ryan Garcia's focus and discipline, saying this camp is unlike any before. He explained that once Garcia locks in mentally, everything else falls into place. Looking at the 140-pound division, he added that Garcia can hit the limit comfortably while keeping his strength and energy, making the move both realistic and effective.
Our strength and conditioning coach will lock it in, Ryan will lock it in, and we're back to 140. Solid. Now, that's a strong possibility. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. And we talked about that.
It changes things.
Yeah, and I mean this. I mean this 100% sincerely, that we could make 140.
Because when you guys fought Haney, you guys were not necessarily you guys, but he was drinking, he was doing all these other things that...
Exactly, yeah, forget about that and forget about the Rolly, because I'm telling you, that was not Ryan. This is Ryan. This is Ryan. You're going to see Ryan. This is going to be Ryan. And you're going to say, man, he looks good. His weight is good. And his strength is unbelievable.
The trainer admitted that during the Devin Haney fight camp, Ryan Garcia wasn't fully focused, and outside distractions affected his preparation. This time around, however, the mindset is completely different, sharper, more disciplined, and professional. Fans can expect to see a leaner Garcia with improved stamina and explosive power when he steps into the ring. His team also pointed out that dropping from 147 to 140 pounds shouldn't be an issue, as it can be done safely without harsh rehydration. Overall, the message is clear. Ryan Garcia is back with renewed focus and dedication, physically and mentally stronger, and ready to deliver his best performance yet.
Not too far off from 140. So there's a strong possibility without rehydration calls, we could probably drop down to 140 with no problem.
And make the fight happen at 40 instead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you guys can rehydrate whatever you guys want from there.
I mean, listen, this is another thing that I've been seeing, and this is kind of interesting, is that, yeah, you got to rehydrate, of course, absolutely. Now, how far you can rehydrate? I would love to be over 7-8 pounds. Some go 10, some go 12. Some even go 15, you know, but they do rehydrate. But when you're in shape, in total fitness, I think the most you could hydrate is 7 or 8 pounds. I'm not kidding you. When you're in excellent shape,